Chad and Karen, are you ready to see your fixer-upper? Alright guys, that didn't go as smooth as I wanted, but in all seriousness though, this thing actually does look pretty cool for now. Isn't it funny how that stuff works? Like something is really cool in the moment, but as time goes on, it like dies off. It's so weird. Think about the fashion of the 80s and 90s. The 80s actually looks pretty cool. But the 90s and the early 2000s, the stuff that was cool then, people don't like it anymore. It's going to be the same way when we get to the 2030s. People are going to look back on the 2020s and be like,
those people were so dumb.
I wonder if these walls are going to be treated the same way. For nearly the past 5 years, I would say, we've been seeing a trend of accent walls, feature walls, whatever you want to call them. And if you've been following the channel, you know we've done a lot of accent walls. All different shapes, sizes, all different layouts and designs. We put them in, and I'm wondering if the generation after us is going to be tearing them out. Here's why I say that. Think about what I just said, the fashion trends. The same things happen with homes. You go back into the 70s and 80s, you've got the paneling, the infamous paneling that people put everywhere. The popcorn ceilings, that was a thing, right? And there's a lot of trends like that eventually people say, what were we thinking? And they say, no, we're not. As a matter of fact, not only do we not like this, we're taking it out. And a feature wall I consider as like one wall is done and the rest of the room is not done. As you can see here, if you look around, this is the only wall in this room that is done. It's kind of the trendy thing right now. Now having the whole room, you know, floor to ceiling trim work, I wouldn't consider that accent walls. And the reason for that is typically when you trim out a whole room in a traditional style, it's not in a crazy geometric pattern like this. It's usually vertical and horizontal stiles and rails trimmed out with some kind of panel molding, or it's just an applied panel molding directly to the wall, usually like a level 5 finish or something like that, not over textured walls. But this right here would probably make you feel sick if you did the whole room in this, because it's like so much going on. So it works on a single wall like this. I definitely would not see this application in a full room. Now the thing about these walls too is they usually go against the trend of the trim color throughout the house that they're in. So for example, the trim here in this home is an off-white. It's a Sherwin-Williams color called designer white, and this is obviously not. This is a black. So it is the exact opposite. It's white against black, and it's basically against what is traditional, and that's what I'm seeing with these walls. So since these walls are so abstract, since these walls have wacky, crazy colors that don't match the home, what do you think is going to happen in 10 to 15 years? My guess would be that these things die out, and I kind of feel like a hypocrite saying that because we just installed it. But just looking into the future, you know, I see the same trend as these in NFTs. People are gonna look back and be like, what? Like, we bought a picture for $100,000 that you could screenshot. Maybe not that harsh. At least this is actually tangible and you can't screenshot this. You better not try to screenshot my work. Seriously though, I'm just being honest, and I do feel kind of like a hypocrite. Like, why are you doing that if you think it's gonna eventually die off? Well, Josh gets hungry. And Josh needs to eat. No, but in all seriousness, guys, let me know what you think of feature walls, accent walls, whatever you want to call them. And I think you know where I stand on them. We're gonna continue to do these because it's our job, right? I always tell people, I'm a barber. You come to me, not for what I like, but for what you like. If you want a mohawk, hey, that's fine. I wouldn't have a mohawk, but I'll definitely cut you a mohawk. So all that to say, what do you guys think about these? Let me know down in the comment section, because I'm curious about where other people stand. I know a lot of you guys are in the industry and you'll have a very strong opinion. And I want to know, what do you think? Are these things here to stay? Are they going to continue to trend? Are we going to see even more abstract designs and different patterns? Which there are companies now who are selling panels that you can buy. They're prefabricated panels, and you can install them on your wall and center them up and everything like that. So that's another thing. You know, that's a whole industry in of itself. Or do you think, on the other hand, these things are going to be one of those things we look back on as a interior design, as a, you know, tradesman community, and we think like, what were we thinking? I'd be curious to see where a lot of people stand. So yeah, guys, let me know down in the comment section. But other than that, we'll see you on the next video. I feel like all I have to do is push a button, and this is like a vaulted door, and it's just gonna open up. Then there's gonna be like some kind of crazy supercar back there, and push the button again.